Hi there Aquarius, thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 4th of August. This continues to be a time which can be fascinating for your relationships. With the Sun and Mercury combining, you may find yourself connecting with someone in an almost instantaneous fashion this week, which could be really to your mutual advantage. But there may be other situations where you need to be a little bit more careful. A quarter moon on Monday occurs in the sign of Scorpio. You also have Mars and Saturn in this sign too. Now on the face of it, Mars is going to give you much greater drive, much greater desire to assert yourself. And you can really strut your stuff. But these planets are going to be squaring up back into the sign of Leo. Mars through Jupiter, and Saturn is going to be very restrictive towards the Sun and Mercury. Because of that, you need to sort of almost prepare yourself for however people might receive you. You can be very different to some other zodiac signs. There is that part of you that can be traditional. There's another part of you that can be very, very unique. Some people love that zaniness about you. Other people find it really hard going. Now, if you encounter someone this week who's much more traditional and orthodox in their approach, and then you go in there being absolutely true to yourself, it just might not work. The chemistry between you might not blend at all well. On the other hand, if you're quite shrewd and work out what's expected of you, and at the same time figure out how you can actually live within the system, if you like, then you can prosper. And I think the chances are that really it's true for all of us that we can't be free to be totally ourselves. There are always going to be expectations. But for example, if you're going to apply for a job and you have an interview, or you go to see a bank manager, or you're involved in any discussions with members of police or law enforcement agencies or the judiciary, then you really need to play it to their rules, not necessarily expect them to be particularly attuned to what you want from the situation. But beneath the politics, the people that you really do click with, you can click with marvellously well. And this all is going to be very much helped when on Sunday Venus glides into your opposite sign too. And that sets up one of the most magical phases of the whole year for you, and it's going to be 28 days long. There is, however, a full moon as this week draws to a close. So if there are any relationship glitches for you, then they're likely to come to the surface then. Some of these may be professional, some of these may be personal. But I think even if there has been something that hasn't been working very well, or you've been finding it difficult to meet someone in the middle, to cooperate and collaborate, I think Venus's move could finally seal the deal and see you getting on a lot better and in a spirit of greater harmony. There's no doubt about it, this continues to be a very rare time for your relationships, but we also have to be real. It's not just going to be a walk in the proverbial park. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.